Welcome to our weekly maritime vlog. I'm Corey Renslin with International Maritime Security Associates. This week we are talking about the exciting topic of the GDPR. We really appreciate all of you who take time each week to view our videos. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us to give us great ideas on different topics in the maritime industry you would like to see us cover. We really have a good time putting these videos together each week, and we've received phenomenal feedback from you guys, our viewers, on the different topics. So we continue to do this every week for you guys to provide insight on different topics that affect different parts of the maritime industry, whether it's large yachts, cargo lines, or cruise lines. We're just going to continue to do that. We've got a lot of great episodes planned in the coming weeks and are going to do a little bit of tweaking with the format and just try to continue to improve how we do what we do here on the weekly vlog. So this week we're going to continue talking about cybersecurity, data protection, and the whole IT thing. We've been on this theme for a few weeks now and are going to continue to have more episodes in the future covering this topic, because as things become more digital, more connected across all three major parts of the maritime industry, this is going to continue to be a topic of interest for everyone. So this week we're going to talk about the GDPR, or the General Data Protection Regulation. Now this is for or part of a law that was passed in Parliament in the European Union. Many of you, like I have probably been inundated with emails from Twitter and Facebook and Google and LinkedIn and you name it. Every one of these organizations that holds and processes our data, our personal data, now under the GDPR has to make changes on how they do what they do. For Americans, this really doesn't affect us except for companies here in the United States that are doing business where you hold data of citizens within the EU. There is a whole bunch of stuff, we'll use the pleasant word there, as part of this regulation. So the purpose here is just to give you a little bit of a 40,000 foot exposure out the airplane window here. There's a lot that you would need to dig into if your company does business in the European Union or with citizens of the EU. And if we look at the maritime industry, whether it's large yachts or cargo lines or cruise lines, each one of those sectors does business, whether it's with passengers on a cruise ship or crew members on a cruise ship, crew members on a yacht, owners on a yacht, management companies, agent companies. When we look at the cargo lines, there's a slew of cargo companies that are located in Europe doing business with companies in Europe, have individuals from the European Union. So this is going to be a big deal. And I want to preface this by saying that depending on the size of your company, the type of data you deal with, and your operation, some of the things within the GDPR will not really be applicable to you. So depending on what you do, where you're located, and how you interact with citizens and businesses in the European Union will really depend on your compliance. Now, the reason that we're talking about this today is May 17th. If you're watching the vlog on the day that we put it out, they always come out on Thursday of the year 2018. On May 25th, so basically 8 days from now, the GDPR regulations that were passed in April of 2016 are going to go into effect. So that's why we're seeing all these emails from everybody about data protection. And there's a number of different areas within the GDPR that make an update to a regulation that was passed by the European Parliament back in 1995. It was 95/46/EC, if I'm remembering all of this correctly, that first kind of talked about data collection and privacy. The GDPR really takes this to the next level. There will be an effect on different users within the maritime industry, how you collect people's data, how you house that data, and how you use it. And the regulation in some respects when it gets into the maritime industry can be kind of confusing. So for instance, if you're an American company based in the United States, but you do business with European citizens, depending on the size, you may actually have to have a designated protection officer, a data protection officer in the European Union to work to protect the data of people who reside within the European Union that you're doing business with. Now, again, it's not a blanket statement and there's a whole bunch of nuances, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. So it's something from a company perspective, really start to think of the different customers that you do business with if you're located in the United States or if you're located in Asia or Central, South America, if you're located in Canada, Mexico. If you're not part of the European Union and have an established operation, you'll need to look at your operations within the European Union, look at your business, your size, the data that you collect, the protection of that data to really determine what you're going to need to do. And it's really going to be different across all three of the sectors in the maritime industry, whether you're a cruise line, cargo line, or large yacht. And the bigger you are, the bigger the fines can be, and the bigger the requirements are as far as protecting that data. So it's really interesting to see as this rolls forward. I haven't heard a lot in the maritime industry about this, but it will definitely have an effect. So that's why we wanted to put a video out to say, hey, listen, this is something, whether you're a yacht management company based in Fort Lauderdale that's doing business with yacht charter people out of the European Union, there is going to be an effect on you because you are holding and processing data from those customers. If you're a yacht agent that's based out of Europe doing business with European Union citizens, there's some of these measures that are already in place, but again, there's going to be changes that you're going to have to do to your operations to be able to comply with this. If you're a cruise line based in the United States that's doing business all over the world, the GDPR is definitely going to have an effect on you. And there's a number of requirements about how you house data, the transparency. So if you are collecting data from a customer, you have to be able to provide that data in a readable, usable form back to that customer on their request free of charge. You also have to be able to delete that data at the request of the customer. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We really appreciate all the people that take time to watch. We really appreciate you guys, our viewers. Make sure you connect to us through our social media that's detailed in the banner above and also in the comments section below. Make sure you hit that like button on all the videos that you like, and we'll continue to put content out in the areas that you guys like. If you don't, then we'll continue just to go off on our own. Also, subscribe to this channel so you get notified when we post new videos. We post content on our weekly vlogs, also our life and events channel, and a couple of other channels here. So make sure you subscribe so you get notified when we do that. Also, if there's anything that we can do from a company perspective to help you guys out, whether it's maritime regulatory compliance, risk management, or maritime security related issues, don't hesitate to reach out to us because we're always happy to steer you in the right direction.